6-month review, and I'm going to answer a few of your questions. Quite a few of you have been asking me questions about how this thing's been handling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain all about how the canvas is held up. When I'm getting questions asked about how the rivets and all the screws, you know, are they coping with the canvas? Are they going to poke through, rip through, whatever, all that. But I'll walk around in a minute and I'll show you how this thing is coping. So I'm going to answer a few other questions like how this thing's mounted. So I'll get to that in a second. But other than that, this thing has not let me down at all. Hasn't leaked water. It's been really good to me, and I've used this quite a lot. Rain, the amount of rain that I've camped in has been incredible. I haven't had any water. Yeah, you get condensation in it, which you do in all of them, but you get that underneath the condensation mat. That's what it's there for. So we've just opened this clam up. We've had a ton of rain, and it's been on my conscience. I had to check it. So we'll see if there's any water in here. Other than that, let's go and have a look. Now, it feels really dry in here. It's absolutely dry. Nothing to be concerned about. It's a stinking hot day today, and I can't believe how much rain we've had. I mean, it poured down and the rain came in sideways, you know, and it's been really concerning. So now what I did notice, I thought I'd come up here and have a quick look, right? And I lifted the mattress up. I thought, oh yeah, it's really nice and dry. But then I thought I'd lift this other mat up, and condensation. If I do that, rub my hand along, look at that, my hand's wet. So how did that get there? I mean, it's not water, it's more like condensation. So I'm thinking all rooftop tents would probably cop that, you know, where it sweats through the panel. There's no way water got inside here because the mattress underneath here is bone dry, but this protective layer here, water sits under it like light stuff, you know. So I lift it right back and it's very, yeah, it's damp, like it's condensation. My hand's wet. So what worries me is if I do nothing about that now, we're going to have a mould problem. And there's no mould starting anywhere in here. Even though the mattress is dry, the condensation has not seeped through this fabric. It has not seeped through this fabric at all onto the mattress. So that's probably a good thing, having that in there. I'd leave it there because it is protecting the mattress. I guess if that wasn't in there, that water would seep into this mattress and probably end up a mould problem. But I think this is stopping the mould from happening. But condensation, there you go. But the funny thing is, I've had no condensation on the walls or the ceiling anywhere in here. The mattress has always stayed dry. I've never seen any signs of water in here, the mattress being wet or anything like that. But you lift this bit of fabric up, this is the fabric that the clam comes with, but you lift this up and yet it's wet under here. It's not really wet, it's just like mist wet, condensation wet. So anyway, I'm going to pull the mattress out, pull this bit of fabric out, and we'll just let it out. I reckon 10 minutes it'll be dry, and I'll put everything back in. Now, on further inspection, as I pull the mattress up more, we see a light bit of a damp patch on the bottom of the mattress. Yeah, that's no good. But anyway, it's not that bad where there's mould growing around. There's no mould. So we'll have a look. I'll pull the whole thing out and we'll have an inspection. Alright, I've taken the mattress out. Time to take this inner liner out. So pretty damp in here, like it's so if I take that out, we'll let it dry out for a bit. Oh. That's why it's pretty important to check these things. You know, you get the slightest bit of rain or even the first heaviest bit of rain, jump up here, come and have a look at it. Just go and check on it. Open it up. It doesn't hurt to open it. So by me coming up to check on it has saved this thing from going mouldy. Just check on it all the time, peace of mind. But to me, this dampness is no big deal. It's no big deal at all. Has it caused any damage? No, it hasn't. It's caused nothing. So I've just got to take this thing out that I've rolled up. I'm going to hang it up for a good 10-20 minutes. It'll be dry and I'll put everything back. So you can sort of see the wet patch in here, like it's the damp patch, but it'll dry in about 10 to 20 minutes. I'll give it a good half hour here. So I'm going to hang this over the fence. Hang this over the fence. Simple as that. But there you go. Yeah, so everything inside's held up well. All the fabric, the carpet, nothing's lifted, nothing's come apart. This thing has stayed together like the day I bought it. I have not got any dramas. So first of all, I'm going to explain how have I mounted this. Now, any of you that have uni struts, it's going to make the job really, really easy. So they are your uni struts. Alright, that's a uni strut. So if you've got uni struts, you just put these cross beams in there. Now Norworld is my canopy, so that's who makes those cross beams. So I've actually purchased those off that company, and they supply me 3 of them to mount this thing. So as long as you've got uni struts, it's going to make life very easy. Anyway, that's how I've mounted it. And what I've done here, they also supply mounting brackets for a 270 awning, so that's just bolted right in the side there like that, if you can see that. It's a different kind of bracket. Okay, so that's that. Now what I was going to also explain is how does this thing work with a 270 awning. Well, it kind of doesn't. This actually King's model, the MK3, doesn't quite work with a 270, and the reason is because you've got the poles for the little cover up the top there, the rain cover. Right, so once you put that out, you got one pole that goes in here. You got another one at the rear here, so you got that on both sides. But what happens when your 270 awning swings around, this pole here sticks out too far, which you can't put your 270 all the way. And also you've got a pole that goes behind this 270 awning here, which you can't even get it in there at all. So I've got to tie a piece of rope to it to use it. So I kind of makes it useless for me in a way with having a 270, but I'd rather the 270 awning any day. So anyway, that's that topic. And then also another thing too, a question I also got asked is the rivets. Well, they're actually little Allen-key screws. Have they ripped out of the canvas? Have they pulled out? Have they pulled through? No, they haven't. This thing has held up so well, and I'll show you all the way around. It is not pulled through. And I can guarantee you the other side's the same, but I can't really get over there unless I put the camera up like that. Okay, so there you go. And also on top, I've got a King's 160 solar panel. It's a flexi panel. So I've got that installed on top there. That works really, really well. So that powers up all my power. I've run on a 200 amp battery. So all my gear I've got in there is Enerdrive. So it does a good job. Another thing I might add, I did try mounting the ladder to the side. It didn't quite work because the reason is your ladder has to stick out far enough where it's not going to hit your canopy door, and I've got 2-pack paint on this door and I didn't want to scratch it, so, and it had to stick out a fair way. But you'll find people walking up and down the ladder, it's going to scuff my door up. I didn't like that idea, so I ended up moving the ladder back to the rear, and it's all trial and error. That's why I did that. And because I've got a ladder which is permanently on here for the canopy, and I took that off just so I could use this ladder, and it's a lot better to climb up and down with this canopy and to get up and down inside this tent. So awesome. Another thing I'm going to show you, I'm going to climb up in here and also show you a mattress topper. So what I've done, I bought a memory foam mattress topper. I mean, this thing's really, really good to sleep on, but it comes with its problems. And you're going to find that the problem you're going to have is when you close this thing back up and you close the lid, and what happens is the fabric doesn't tuck down as good. You've got to really sort of pull it all in tighter, and because you'll notice the topper sort of sits level. All right, it sits kind of level with this lip here. It sits level. So when you fold the lid down, all the fabric doesn't want to pull in and just fold over. It all wants to stick out the sides, and it almost makes it a two-man job. But I'll guarantee if I take the topper out of it, the bungee cord, which is this one here, the bungee cord pulls the fabric in, and it sort of stops that from happening. It just pulls it in. It makes it a lot easier to pack up, but that's the only problem about running a mattress topper, is that you've got to worry about that extra thickness and then the thing not closing. It's a lot harder to pack up. That's what I find anyway. So there you have it. This thing has held up really, really well for me. I mean, for the money, you cannot complain. And these things are just getting cheaper and cheaper. I think they're down to about 1,700 bucks now, which is dirt cheap for the money. Awesome. It's never let me down. For 6 months of owning this thing and putting it through hell, it's held up so well. Nothing has gone wrong with it. It is absolutely in as good condition as the day I bought it. It's never let me down. Never leaked water. What can I say about it? Anyway, if anybody's interested in going out and buying one, I suggest go and get one, mate, because I'm happy with it. So I'm hoping I've answered anybody's questions out there. There's a few of you that asked me these questions, and I'm trying to do my best to remember everything and answer them for you. So if there's anything I've missed, send me a message or an email or whatever, and I'll try and answer your questions. Pretty much hoping that I've covered all the grounds in this thing to answer all your questions, so you can all go out and comfortably buy one and know you're not going to have a problem. So would I buy another one? Absolutely. Would I go and buy an expensive one? Probably not, because this thing works so well. The only thing that probably would make me buy a different brand, which I'm going to probably look around, if I can find something that's going to have the rain shelters on it, the rain canopy, whatever those things are on it, to work with my 270 awning, I probably would go that way, but at the moment it's not a big deal. It's not a deal breaker, so I can sacrifice not using that just so I can have my 270 awning out. And I found also with the 270 awning is when you pull the thing right around, if I need to climb up and down the ladder, I just undo the bungee rope, just let off the slack, and I can climb up the ladder and climb inside, and I can get hold of the strap and pull it tight again anyway if I want to. But now they're making 270s with a zip out cutout where you can climb up through the hole. So I don't know if I'll end up getting one of them down the track, you never know, but I'm just trying to make this work any way I can. But yeah, just be mindful of those poles that you've got to hook up that it works with your 270, and mine doesn't, unfortunately. So I don't know if I've got to remake some poles to make that work. Maybe, we'll see. Don't know. Anyway, just something to be mindful about and to remember. I think that's pretty much all I've got to cover. Anyway, thanks for watching.